What up, Homedawgs? My name is Gokey Gamer, coach of the Milwaukee Metagams, and welcome to round 3 of our first ever Ultimate Bravery Challenge, hosted by none other than Nova, commissioner of the NBBL and coach of the Bermuda Kecleons. For those of you who don't know about this challenge, I highly encourage you to check out the first video of this series. There will be a playlist linked down below for you to view. For this game, it's finally time for the long-awaited NBBL Season 3 matchup. This has been a game I've been looking forward to for the longest time by this point. With a bunch of major threats like Terra Glastrier, Dragapult, and the Rillaboom and Hawlucha combo, we've definitely got a tough game ahead of us, especially since I don't want to use my best Pokemon at risk of losing them in this match. However, honestly, I don't think we'll even need to. I really like Terra Fairy Girder in this matchup, as I think it'll be able to absorb and chip several Pokemon extremely easily. Combine that with a surprise AV Vikavolt, Swords Dance Quick Attack Ogerpon, and the phenomenal combo of Escendipity and Alomomola, and I think we stand an extremely great chance in this game, as long as we play our cards right. With that being said, I'm not gonna waste any more time, so let's do this, baby! Alrighty, let's freaking do this! I'm super excited to be using this team again, and I'm actually super excited to be battling Nova's NBBL Season 3 team finally. After 2 whole seasons of NBBL, and Season 5 almost coming to an end. This is very exciting. And yes, I know I'm not bringing all of my heavy hitters, but the main thing is I want to A, save up my good mons for later on, and B, these mons unironically do have a decent matchup in this game, so that is why I'm doing this. Alrighty, so we see Alolan Persian, Hisuian Electrode, Hawlucha, Rillaboom, okay, Keldeo, and Rillaboom, okay. I think I already said Rillaboom. I meant Iron Treads, that's what I meant. Taser is literally the perfect lead here, I think. So I'm gonna go ahead and lead Taser. And I'm not gonna think twice about it. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see, I got something on my fingers, so I'm gonna get rid of this real quick. The only Terra Captain here is Hisuian Electrode, so I am okay with that. I'm also not surprised to not see Dragapult here. I kind of wish we saw at least one Pokemon that could... Wait, no, that's Persian. Alrighty, good luck, have fun to my opponent. Let's hope that Ogerpon can carry us home. Alright, so we're gonna see Atlas. I believe that's a Alolan... Oh no, that's this thing. Okay, that's fine. Taser, let's go. I see zero reason for me not to click Mud Shot here, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. We could see a Volt Switch here. I think I just click Mud Shot every single time. Oh, we just see a raw taunt. That's fine. I'm okay with that. We do see the taunt here. That's fine. Bada bing, bada boom. Nice try. I don't even have webs. Okay, so I am tempted to go for a Volt Switch now, because now that I revealed that, I don't think they're going to want to go into the Iron Treads. Yeah, I think I'm going to Volt Switch now. I think this is the turn I Volt Switch. Now that they know I have Mud Shot, if that Iron Treads is not bulky, then it's not going to do anything. Or it's going to take a lot of damage if I get that play right. Okay, so we do see a raw Volt Switch, so that's fine. That does diddly squat to me because we are bulky. Worst case scenario would be Iron Treads here, but again, I don't know if they would make that risk if I've already revealed Mud Shot, which could be a 2-shot if it's an offensive Iron Treads. Future Tusk. Wow, they actually do make the swap. That is crazy. Good play. All right, we go for our Volt Switch. Does not trigger, which is very unfortunate indeed. I don't know what this thing wants to go for. I'm going to go for Mud Shot. I want to see what this thing goes for. Okay, we just see a raw Volt Switch. Fine by me. That's going to do diddly squat to me. They're probably going to guess that we went for Mud Shot again, so they might go into Rillaboom or Alolan Persian or Hawlucha even. Vikavolt's breaking down the team already, like majorly threatening the team. If we can get Vikavolt to do some fun stuff, then that is going to be very fun. I would also not be surprised if Nova has figured out that I am in fact Assault Vest at this point. We're going to see Keldeo. Okay, so Keldeo is going to come in. Again, that's fine. I think what I do here, I think I'm just going to go for Thunderbolt because I'm built to take this thing on. We also shake off our taunt. That's fine. I'm just going to click raw Thunderbolt for free. If Iron Treads comes back in, it very clearly does not want to stay in against me. Okay, we just see Raw Surf. I am Assault Vest. I should take this every single time. Yep, easy peasy lemon squeezy. And Thunderbolt, bada bing, bada boom. Almost a dead Keldeo. We freaking love to see it. And we get the para, which is amazing. So the nice thing about this getting para'd, I think at -1, we will actually outspeed it. I should say they're at -1. Yes, we should barely outspeed it every single time. I think what I do here, I don't think they want to save this thing. I am going to click Volt Switch. If they do opt to save this thing, then that's fine. But yeah, Keldeo going down here is absolutely amazing, especially for other mons like Ogerpon. We freaking love to see bulky Vikavolt, baby! And again, if Iron Treads comes in, I think that's ultimately fine. They do opt to save this thing now. I really wish I went for Mud Shot. Future Tusk, yeah, if I had gone for Mud Shot here, that would have been amazing. All right, so we go for the Volt Switch. That's fine. I think this time I am going to go into Car. They went for Volt Switch last time. I'm going to go into Car. The reason being is because I don't think Iron Treads really wants to deal with Car, and I don't want Vikavolt getting too heavily weakened down, so that is important to note. We do make the hard swap. I'm very curious to see if they stayed in or if they clicked Volt Switch. Let's go Car! Bada bing, bada boom! Vroom, vroom! We do just see raw rapid spin, that's fine. It is worth noting that our sturdy is broken, which is not fun, but you know, we make it work. So we've seen Volt Switch and rapid spin. I think it's incredibly obvious an Earthquake is popping off here. I think I do just want to click knock. I have switch-ins for Rillaboom still alive at this point, and I would much rather knock off the item, I think, by this point. So I am going to click knock. We could also see rocks from this thing. Maybe this thing is like Earthquake, but we do see the hard swap, so it is very clear that Iron Tusk is meant to be a more weirder, like, you get my point. A pivoting set is what I meant to say. And we do see this thing come in. We are going to click our raw knockoff. Bada bing, bada boom. Perfect. We love to see it. That is heavy duty booties. That's okay. Well, that's a bit unfortunate that it's not that useful here, but you know what? It is what it is. Now, the question is, do I think you're going to go for an attack, or do I think you're going to go for a grass move? It is very clear you're not very defensively invested. I think you think I'm going to switch. I feel like you think I'm going to switch. You know what? I don't think I heavily need Dawn Fan by this point. I'm going to click spinner. Ah, man. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Well, goodbye, car. Very unfortunate there. Oofy poopies, man. Ah, shoot. I really thought that they weren't going to switch out. Well, that's unfortunate. Or I guess I should say I thought they were going to go for like a knockoff or something. Well, now I just simply go into Fez here, I think, and scare this thing out. Fezzidipity just very freely. I could honestly click Heat Wave. And you know what? Yeah, I think I'd click Heat Wave here on the Iron Tread switch in. Keldeo is paralyzed. Nothing wants to take a Heat Wave. I'm clicking Heat Wave here. Yeah, we do see the hard swap here, so Rillaboom is still going to be alive. Let's see Iron Treads. We do see Iron Treads. Let's go. This is going to do a crap ton of damage to this thing, which is amazing for us. Heat Wave, baby! Alright, decent chunk of damage, I'll take it. Alright, and we've revealed that we can take this, we've revealed that we can 1v1 this. Well, kind of, unless it has Earthquake, which it could have Earthquake, and it also reveals that it does have some bulk to it. Do I think you're clicking Earthquake? I don't. I really don't. I'm clicking U-turn. I'm going to click U-turn. Frick it, I'm clicking U-turn. Steel Roller? Wow, good play. Good play. Alright. So, Steel Roller, Volt Switch, Rapid Spin. Okay. Interesting. Not the best start, but you know what? It's fine. Do I go into Best Friend and Sword Stance, actually? No. I could. In theory, unironically, I actually could. I mean, Bravery KO, so I guess maybe not. I guess, should I go I-Beam? What's the switch in for I-Beam, actually? There isn't a switch in. I go into I-Beam here. Yeah, I go into I-Beam. There is no switch in for this thing. So, yeah, I think I just click Drain Punch, honestly. Yeah, there's no reason for me not to click Drain Punch here. There isn't a switch in for this besides maybe Hawlucha itself. Which, if we can bait Hawlucha, and that's amazing for me. There are not very many switch-ins to Girder. I really wish I was Terra Fighting now, but I guess for Hawlucha it was still good that I had to be Terra Fairy, because it was kind of a necessity in this matchup to be Terra Fairy, I think. Just because Hawlucha was just such a good bring. We're gonna zero Volt Switch here, bada bing, bada boom. Eviolite is insane. We love to see it. And so my guess is maybe the last move on Iron Treads is Earthquake. That would be my guess, or maybe like High Horsepower, probably, something like that. I definitely don't want to burn my Terra yet. I don't want to burn it until Hawlucha hits the field. Funky Kong, that is going to be Rillaboom. Rillaboom boom. So this is going to do a decent chunk of damage to Rillaboom, I'm not even going to lie. And we're going to get the grassy terrain back up, which I'm okay with for a Girder. Drain Punch, bada bing, bada boom. Woo, that's a KO on Rillaboom. Let's go. We love to see it. Heck yeah, dude. We're back at full. All right, Rillaboom goes down. We freaking love to see it. Now, let's see here. Luchador could very easily come in here. We are going to see Nacho Libre. I click Terra Blast. That is what I do. Yeah, you have to burn this here. If we can get rid of this thing, Ogerpon is a very, very free button click. I Terrastalize and Terra Blast. I'm built to take on this thing. Let's go, Terra! And we are going to reveal that we are Terra Fairy as well, which is really great. Iron Treads is no longer a major threat. Alolan Persian could be a bit of interesting depending on the spread, and especially if it's like foul play. I do have to keep that in mind for Ogerpon. We're gonna see Encore, actually. Okay, good play. All right, we're gonna fire off our Drain Punch. Boom, does a decent chunk of damage. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna go into Purple Rain here. I go into Purple Rain because I am Rocky Helmet, and I could also click Alluring Voice on the next turn. I do wish I put more physical defense into this thing. I probably should have done that. That was a bit of a misgen on my part, I think. We are gonna see the raw Sword Dance. If we go for Sword Dance again, this Alluring Voice is gonna do a crap ton of damage to you. And we'll also get the Confusion, too, so I just click Alluring Voice. I don't need a Alomomola this game. Acrobatics is going to do a crap ton of damage. We love to see it. Well, not really, but you get my point. Alluring Voice is going to do a lot of damage. And by a lot of damage, I mean a little bit of damage. And Alomomola is probably going to go down here. I don't think we lose, although this could be a bit of a close game. Alright, so that's fine. I'm okay with this. Poison Jab should never KO Girder. I go into Girder and I click Terra Blast. I click Terra Blast for free because I can and I want to. Terra Blast. And honestly, I'm okay with losing Alomomola here because I personally, yeah, I think it's fine. We're gonna see a raw Acrobatics. That's gonna do a lot of damage, but it does not KO us. We're just gonna fire up a Terra Blast. Hawlucha goes down. Major threat out of the way. Although, granted, now that two of Nova's Rillabooms are dead, it wasn't a huge threat after that, but you know what? Still glad it goes down here. Now, something to keep in mind, we do still have the Eviolites, and we do still have Mach Punch in the back. So I'm very curious to see what my opponent wants to switch into here. And also, Grassy Terrain is officially gone, which is good to note for Steam, like the Steel Trailer thing. Steel Roller, was that the move? I think it was the move Iron Treads clicked. Something like that anyway, so we're no longer weak to it, which is very nice. Atlas, so this is going to be the Hisuian Electrode now. Leaf Storm could still KO me, and I don't know if I want to die to this thing. Ogrepon Hearthflame unironically walls this thing really well. Same with Vikavolt. You know what? Yeah, I think what I do here, I'm going to save this thing. I think I'm going to go Best Friend, actually. Yeah, I'm going to go Best Friend. Why not? We're going to go immediately into Best Friend. I want to see what Terra this thing goes for. Worst case scenario here would be probably Terra Ice, but even then it's not going to do a crap ton of damage to me. And we just click Ivy Cudgel on the next turn. We're just gonna see Raw Thunderbolt. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Boom. Alrighty. We go for Ivy Cudgel. Nothing wants to switch into this. Volt Switch. Bada bing, bada boom. That's fine. I'm okay with that. It is a bit unfortunate that we still don't know Electrode's Terra. And it is important to note that that Mon is going to be very hard for Girder to win against. So we definitely need to make sure Ogrepon and Vikavolt don't get weakened down too much for Hisuian Electrode. Ruby, this is going to be the Alolan Persian, probably built to take this thing on if I had to guess. Probably with like Foul Play if I had to guess. Boom! Decent chunk of damage, I will take it. Now I don't think you KO me with a Foul Play. It does 55 to 65%, which I might be in range of, but that's fine. Honestly, it doesn't even do that much to Girder, which is kind of crazy. I think I'm just gonna click Ivy Cudgel again. Why not? I'm gonna stay in. Let's go crazy with it. Let's see if Nova tries to overpredict to go for T-Wave. We're just gonna see Raw Foul Play. Does this KO me? It does not. Let's go. All right, Best Friend. Ivy Cudgel, bada bing, bada boom. Does another decent chunk of damage. We love to see it. And now I think I quick attack. No, actually, do I want to save this thing? No, you know what? I'm gonna let my Mon go down. I'm gonna go for Swords Dance just on the off chance they try to go for a parting shot. They do just go for a raw U-turn. That's fine, honestly. If they go into Electrode here, I just immediately go into Vikavolt and I click Bug Buzz. Or I guess I should probably click T-Bolt. Yeah, Electrode is gonna come in here. I need to either restore my HP enough or I need this thing weakened down enough so that way I can KO it next turn. Bug Buzz, oh wait, this could be soundproof. This could be soundproof. Thank God I remembered that. I go for Mudshot then. I go for Mudshot. Every single time I go for Mudshot. Volt Switch, that's fine. They could go into Keldeo here. If they go into Keldeo, they're sacking it. If they go into Iron Treads, they're sacking that too. So this is honestly best case scenario. Thank God I remembered that this thing got soundproof. We're gonna see Future Tusk. That's Iron Treads. Let's go. Mudshot. Boom. Does a decent chunk of damage. We love to see it. The most this thing can do to me is click Rapid Spin. And honestly, because of that, do I go into I-Beam here? Here's the thing. They could go for a Volt Switch, and that scares me. I really think they're going to go for a Volt Switch here. So I'm going to count on them going for Volt Switch, I think. Yeah, I click Mudshot. I think that's what I do here. I think I click Mudshot. We do click Volt Switch. Please show me the freaking whatchamacallit. Hisuian Electrode. If they go into Hisuian Electrode here, we win the game. But I think they know that. I think they do know that. So they either let Keldeo go down here, or they let the Electrode get chipped. Is Persian still alive? I can't remember. Persian is still alive. I do have to keep that in mind. Persian is still alive, unfortunately. So they've actually probably going to Alolan Persian. Ruby, this is going to be Alolan Persian. This Mudshot is still going to do a pretty good chunk of damage, so I will take it. Mudshot, bada bing, bada boom. Whoo, and that's a KO, actually. I was not expecting that. Let's go, Vikavolt. That modest nature coming in clutch. Very, very massive. I will gladly take that. Where's the Atlas? Fine by me. I click Mudshot every single time. You do not have a switch in for this thing. If this thing gets chipped, best case scenario for me. Again, the most thing you can do to me is Terra Blast, and that's not only doing like 17 to 20%. You do stay in. Do we see Terra Electric? We're gonna see Terra Fairy. Okay, so we definitely need more chip on this thing if we want to win the game. Let's see. Terra Blast. That's gonna do like 17 to 20%. Let's see. Decent damage, decent damage. All right, we're gonna Mudshot here. Boom. Big chunk of damage, which we love to see. I think I just clicked Mudshot again, unfortunately, and I do have to let this thing go down. All right, now, moment of truth. Can Girder win the game? I have to click Poison Jab here, I think, and hope that this thing can't kill me, or they miss a Leaf Storm. They could miss a Leaf Storm. Mach Punch will never KO. My play every single time here is to go for Poison Jab. I guess I could have clicked Drain Punch on a Volt Switch, but again, if they go for Drain Punch, I just go for Mach Punch twice. Yeah, they go for Thunderbolt here. Do we live? No, we don't live. Ah, rip. Okay, so we do lose a decent amount of Mons here, but honestly, these Mons I don't think we're going to be useful in any future matchups that much. We still have major threats like Hisuian Gudra. We took out like the Rillaboom and the Hawlucha combo, which is really great for us. Getting rid of Alolan Persian is also quite nice, so I will take it. Overall, we're pretty even. It does suck that Vikavolt goes down here, unfortunately, but you know what? Again, it is what it is. I don't think I could have played this that much better. And now here's the part that is going to get interesting, where we combine all of our teams and pray to God. We still have a lot of huge threats, especially on our SDA team. Like, our SDA Season 3 team is untouched other than Mandibuzz going down. So we have a lot of really good mons to choose from. And I think, honestly, like, we're gonna give Nova a run for his money with these next few fights. So yeah, really well played by Nova. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up here. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you all enjoyed. Now is the time for when all the teams are open and we are going to cause some chaos. So, hope you guys are excited, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace out, mates!